Marriage doesn't cure adultery, self-control does. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bridget Oladipo. On this channel I film about faith, marriage and lifestyle from UAE. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button. We are a very happy and positive family here. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for all your engagements with my videos and for always motivating and encouraging me on this channel. May the Lord bless you. Today I am going to be sharing with you 5 things that are the hardest part of marriage. This topic is for both your married, the married, those planning to marry, the newlywed. I think marriage is the least talk about things, and I don't think it can be overemphasized. Like I usually say, marriage can either make or mar you. So today I'll be sharing with you the hardest part of marriage that you are never told, the hardest part of marriage that no one ever prepares you for. That's why you see a lot of homes crumbling these days. If that feels like what you want to, let's just get right into the video. Marriage is sweet when you examine it from afar. Of those who have successful marriage, or the lovey-dovey newlyweds, but when you enter into it, you will discover that what is behind number 6 more than number 7. Many prepare so well for the romantic aspect of marriage, but very few groom themselves for the realities in marriage. Do you know that the hardest part of marriage plays a dominant role in marriage than the romantic moments? However, what makes marriage isn't the lack of romance, but the couple's inability to withstand the hardest parts of marriages. These are some hard things about marriage that you are not likely to be told. Like I said, nobody prepares you for these things. We all know that, you wear the same clothes, you do Instagram posts and all of that. But these are some of the hardest things that nobody tells you before you get married, until you start to face them in marriage. There are a lot of them, but today I'm just going to be sharing 5 of them with you. First on my list is staying faithful. It is easy to, abstain from sex as a single person because you've not tested before, you are not. But it is very difficult to stay faithful in marriage when you are denied sex for no reasons. I'm going to be using the X word, so YouTube does not bound this. The temptation to commit adultery is greater than the temptation to fornicate as singles, because now you know how this thing tastes, and seduction comes from those who are willing to give you and have a fling with you. In some cases, when your spouse becomes cold towards this the X matters, there are several others who wants to give it in a hot and sizzling way. It's even so rampant this day in our society, where these things are just like flying everywhere. You need more discipline to stay faithful in marriage to your spouse, emotionally, sexually, especially in this age when cheating has become a norm and the order of the day. If you have been faithful to stay pure now that you are single, then it's become very difficult for you to master it when you are married. So as a single, if you think it is okay for you to be having several body counts with all different kind of men, then tell me, how do you stay faithful in marriage when you have tested A, Y, Z and B and D's? These are the challenges and the problems in marriage, because comparison thing will just be there when it comes to these matters. So this can either mar or make any marriage. If you are a man, you are a girl, then you must practice that discipline now of staying faithful, staying off these things before marriage. Because if you cannot hold it, then how do you keep yourself in marriage? Marriage doesn't cure adultery, self-control does. So if you are single, you need to start working on your self-control right now that you're single, not until marriage. It is the trend of time now that the bad things seems to be gaining waves than the good things. And I do encourage singles and the young adults that I know that the fact that it's trending doesn't make it right. I may sound so cliche and old school. It's just the truth. The fact that everybody does it doesn't make it right. The fact that everybody sees not being pure sexually does not mean it is the right thing. The Bible is the standard, and the Bible do recommend purity before marriage. The Lord will help us all. Marriage doesn't cure adultery. Self-control does. Number 2 I'm going to be sharing is sexual issues. See, it is wise that you keep yourself pure till marriage. Sexually pure till marriage. Purity in thoughts, purity in action, purity in words. All those who are deceiving you, who virginity help, only wants to destroy you. I say it to as many people yes to hear it, and I said it earlier. They are just out to destroy you. The fact that everybody is doing it is not making it the right thing. The fact that everybody sees it that it's okay doesn't make it right. One of the hardest parts about marriage, which many cannot come by, is on the issue of sex. One partner is a novice, while the other is is a professor. Has a very high libido, while the other one can stay for months without it or still feels very sane or very okay. Virginity helps you to be sexually disciplined. It prevents you from, undue and ungodly exposure to, the act that could either make you hate it or perfect hatred or make you a maniac in it. Sexually disciplined. It prevents you from undue and ungodly exposure to that act that could either make you hate it or hatred or make you a maniac in it. This is a very hard issues in marriage. These are one of the hardest parts of marriage that no one will tell you. Sexual issues are real, and I'm not going to go further on this. Moving forward to point number 3 is money matters. Very hard or hardest part of marriage that you are not told. Since it's said that money answereth all things, money also destroys all things. As money can spice up love in marriages, it can also ruin it. What is your perception about marriage, about money? Can you pull your purse together or separately? As a woman, do you have the WAP mentality of my money is my money, but his money is our money? As a man, are you ready to work and earn a living, or you want to live on your wife's income while dictating how the money will be spent without bringing anything to the purse? And this is when they come to say, I am the head of the family. This are money mentality that destroys marriages easily these days. On the social media, these things are common with our celebrities, and both the local and the international celebrity. You see how they come and just trash themselves down when the marriage is split apart. And when you figure out, or you examine, or you critically assess what they are talking about, it usually boils down to money and nothing but money. Can you open up to your partner about your financial life without secretly building an estate in the village while you feed on his or her money like a parasite? Until you two resolve this before marriage and in marriage, it is hard enough to crack the nut of your marital bliss. Understanding how to level up and reach a level of conclusion in money can either end your marriage or crack it. I can tell you I am a perfect example of this. Okay, going to number 4, unmet expectation. The hardest part of marriage you won't be told. Number 4, unmet expectation. If you have been dreaming of having remain slim, shady body, but eventually after pregnancy she becomes a size 15, a size 16, size 18, as the case may be, how would you cope? If you are attracted to her curvy down, has slim tummy and tiny waist, if after 1 or 2 babies that tiny waist isn't there again, how would you cope? If he had been the romantic and available man, but after marriage the quest for green pasture took him miles away, can you survive this? It is wise and better to prepare for the toughest part of marriage so that you can cope with them when they come. Surely they will come. As much as you prepare for the sunshine, don't forget to prepare for the storms when they come before rainfall. it's extremely important. Just like in our daily life, you know, God never promised us a smooth journey all through, but he has promised to always be with us throughout it all. And that is what I usually tell newlywed or about to wed or singles, that marriage is not all about the we hugging, holding hands and kissing. These storms are there, and when they come, they hit hard. It takes a level of preparation, it takes a level of hard work and readiness for you to overcome this storm and forge ahead in the love you claim you have for yourself. Finally, number 5, handling differences. Handling differences is another hardest part of marriage no one ever told you. Handling differences is one of the leading causes to cracking marriages today, and you know, homes not being together, whether you agree or not. And many others are the toughest part of marriages, or toughest part of marriage that you must brace up for. Wedding is just a day or two events, but marriage is a lifetime journey. More than the excitement of the married life, more than the grandeur wedding ceremony, you'll be transformed by the renewing of your mind to face the challenges in marriage when they come. Delay in childbearing, loss of relocation, in-law issue, financial crisis, you know, trying times and spiritual issue may come, and you may need to be prepared for whichever one life throws at you, so you don't chicken out when they come. Handling differences, be it as small as, you know, how and when you use the toothpaste, where you keep it back to your morals and belief system, how you handle in-laws. These are cases when it comes to handling differences that, like I have said in my previous video, we compromise for one another for there to be a balance. If there is no compromise, if you both cannot compromise little here and there for you to reach a middle ground of agreement, then this can just crack the marriage. Marriage is hard. I'm not scaring you. It's just one of those truths you likely not be told. Maybe you've heard it. And if this is the first time you are hearing that marriage is hard, I am not discouraging you. I am not being negative. It's the truth that you might not be told, or you don't want to hear it. You know, a lot of people say, if marriage is hard, then why did you marry? Marriage is hard, but marriage is beautiful. Just that it requires a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of understanding, a lot of compromise by both parties to make it work. Finding the right partner to marry is hard, but staying married is the hardest in the face of life's reality. Staying married is the hardest, especially now in this society where they don't even value the culture of marriage, where they don't value the culture of staying faithful, where they don't value the culture of oneness. They are happy and peaceable marriage, just that it requires a lot of work and effort by both partners to make it work. As much as you are preparing for the romantic, or you're already in the marriage and your mind is still on the romantic side of marriage, I'm here to remind you, or to tell you, to brace your mind for the hardest part so that you can withstand, having done all, when the flood descends, when the rain falls, and when the wind blows upon your union, so that you can withstand the tough times and you say together, we've passed through the storm, but we are still here, standing better and happier. So these are my 5 hardest part of marriage. Nobody told me before I got married, and nobody might tell you. But of course, you are favored, or you are privileged to have seen this video. It is just to prepare your mind so that you can be better prepared for the storm. First, staying faithful, sexual issues, money matter, unmet expectation, and handling differences. These are my 5 points on the hardest part of marriage you would never be told. There are more, like I said, but these are the 5 I want to share today. I want you to share with me in the comment section, what are the other hardest part of marriage, if you are married, that you were never told until now? And if you're single, what other things do you think you had, hearing this now? I would love to read from you on the comment section. Till I see you in my next video, stay safe. I love you, but God loves you more. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.